Well, don't worry, people. After yesterday's video, we're definitely back to Grimsby Town today. As of course, it's an interesting one. We've got 5 or 6 games. We go into a window, and we must address the elephant in the room. The absolutely shocking result to Doncaster today earlier on. Hindsight, you have them kind of days. Even though it was local, it hurt even more. But they are a decent team. McAtee scored. That's a big thing. But of course, we want him to be scoring today, as we need some help in this save more than real life, I'd say. Yes, people, welcome back to episode number, is it 6 of season number 5 of this Grimsby Town to Glory FIFA 23 career mode here, of course, on the MWS channel. The place to get this, as of course, as I said in the intro, probably played it down a bit too much. We're not really struggling, but there's spoilers on screen. I'm spoiling them straight away. 12th. It's been a day. I'm getting you guys straight back into it. Been a day. But I still must say, despite that, if you do enjoy this series, of course, as always, smash a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here on the race to 9,000/8.3k. We take it in small steps, but then we look at the bigger picture. As today, we'll be doing the same. We'll be playing the games close to us, the 5 or 6 games that we fit in today, which is Huddersfield, Cardiff, Preston, Sheffield United, Blackburn and Bristol. I think it's going to be a Blackburn, Sheffield United and Preston that we do play. As then, of course, we've got the long term because we have the window, as it's took me off the option to look, as we should have, I'd say, two weeks and 2 days, 16 days in the window. So that's quite a bit. How much business we're going to get done? I don't know, but it's interesting. As to refresh and re-jog your memories, we're only 3 points off the playoff places, despite not being on the best of run-ins in this league. Of course, we've got a decent team, but it's probably not decent enough, as we've got a couple of messages from players before this next one. Got Reggie Stone saying he feels much better. You've earned your place in the team. He's gone up. He's 75 rated. Finally, Reggie Stone has gone up. As Dominic Ball, I will say you've shown real potential, but I don't know if he goes into this team. Coxey, I will think about it. And Scott Powell looks brilliant coming from the academy. I know there's more to come from you, though, and you're not going to be starting any games soon, as we, in fact, aren't going to start by playing. You can see there's one big, tired player in that team, Liam Scales, but I've had to select him because we're a bit down to the ropes at the moment. We've, of course, got a big injury to Gyökeres, most centre-backs tired, and then the others not sharp at all, so it's going to have to be Ryan Allsop in between the sticks, with James Bree, Godwin Malif, Severko, Scales and Glennon in the defence. We've got Alex Moore and Josh Eccles as the City midfielders, supporting John McAtee, who in fact does start. Reggie Stone still on the bench, however, and Coxey on the bench, who've gone for Cullen ahead of him with Saidi up front, hoping he can try and get his good form that he has in simulated games. Not as much in played ones, as what's it going to be? They've got a bit of a tired lineup as well, 5 at the back matching ours, as it's a 2-2 draw. McAtee with a goal, Tyrese Simpson and Nakayama the defender, and Liam Scales did get one, the tired man. Don't know what to think about that, though. I guess we'll just take it, as it's the Steel City derby as well going on at the moment. That's an interesting one, which hopefully does play off Sheffield United a bit, because we've got them in the upcoming weeks, as I had to rotate the squad, Coxey, I'm sorry. And disappointing, but thanks for putting me back in. I'll say don't beat yourself up, because of course he didn't start the game, did old Reggie. I say old, still quite young. It's a quick turnaround for the Cardiff game, and players out of contract still. Who are these players? It's Duncan Watmore, Jasper Moon, Jaheim Headley, Reggie himself, Godwin, Coyle, Scales and Ryan Allsop. Now I think we've got to address the elephant in the room. Of course, Reggie Stone, now 75 rated. I'm going to, of course, try and sign him up straight away. I want to sign really most of these back up. I say most because I don't think all of them. But Reggie's a vital character in this dressing room. He's been here since season 1/2. Disregard no release clause. Don't want him leaving the club. But the wage, he's going to want to step that up, I'm pretty sure. And I think 10k is reasonable for him, of course. A 30k bonus. Probably wants more than that. But he sees it as reasonable. might have even been able to go cheaper. However, with the wage increases going through our team at the moment, with the new regime, completely doable. That is brilliant news. It takes him to not even the highest paid, the third highest paid in the club, which is, I'm just very happy to get him signed, which is amazing, I was going to say. As Victor Gyökeres, of course, leading the way with that 6.5 grand. James Bree on 14. Not too bad going. I think it's all the players who do deserve the wages that they're on, as Scott Powell. Now, I don't want to get him out on a permanent. I'm actually going to go for a short term to St. Pauli. Second Bundesliga, or just the Bundesliga 2, as 3 changes for this next team, or 4 actually, isn't it? Lindsay comes in, Pollock comes in, Scales stays in despite being tired, as Coxey comes in up front alongside Sidey, and Reggie Stone back in the middle of the park. However, still not going to be playing the game away in Wales, and they're on decent form. Paredes in the midfield. If that's the Paredes I'm thinking about, they've got a special team, but we still beat them! Alex Mowat is actually scoring some vital goals at the minute, which is very pleasing on the eye as we overcome the Bluebirds. That will definitely do us, as some people have forgot it was Bonfire Night the other week. I think they're a week late, so I rely on you when it matters, Louis Corr, because he's thinking about his future a lot at the moment. He wants to be a starter. As how has that put us instead for some of these played games today? We are 4 points off of them. I'm guessing that's the draws doing. And we play 2 teams in between us in Sheffield United and Blackburn Rovers today. And of course Preston, who are next, are even higher. As no. Oh, I thought it was this Paredes that Cardiff have signed. And I was going to say, what a brilliant one it would have been. But no, he's at Strasbourg. Staying in France after, of course, leaving PSG, which is currently at, or I think he's actually on loan at Juventus, I'm pretty sure. They're struggling at the moment. Big time, aren't they? As Gyökeres deemed to be fit for training. Not in my squad for this first game, I don't think, as Powell looking to go out on loan. This is going to be one of them grudgy games. You just know it. Gyökeres can't really step in so far. I'm going to put Godwin on the bench, as I just did change Powell's position before it goes out on loan. 67 rated. 1 behind John McAtee, but definitely behind him in the pecking order, as it is the same team that just beat Cardiff. Coxey and Sidey start up front together. Got the right foot on the left, and the left footer on the right, so it's Cutting FC as Eccles and Mowat are the partnership in midfield. Reggie just in front of them. Gyökeres eagerly awaiting his game time, of course, when he's fully back fit. As how's it going to go away at Deepdale against the Rams? As a team that's very much been on form for them is Emil Rees, 75 rated, with Steerhuis, who likes a goal against us. Lewis Lee, Ben Whiteman and Ryan Ledston make up the midfield 3, as Jacob Slater, Mambo Diaby, Jordan Story, Ali McCann, Matt Olasunde and James Praddick make up the team. Of course, as I said last time, and I still stick by it, a lot of players that, of course, did start at Preston in this save, still in the first team when they're flying. Just really good coaching. Testament to their side, as Liam Scales, straight through the middle onto Reggie Stone. We need to try and keep possession a little bit in this game, but we've lost it straight away here. As, of course, away from home, it's going to be one of those grudgy games, I'm pretty sure. Josh Eccles trying to track Matola Sunday and does give away the corner. I think it was a good interception, however, from him. It's going to be Ryan Ledston to probably loft this one into the danger area. Header 1. Straight into Sidey. We'll take it. We've come away with the ball as Alex Mowat straight into Eccles. He's going to cut back in the middle. Straight into Reggie. Come on, let's get some possession-based football going. But there's a big gap here for Alex Mowat, who's now got the captain's armband as well, I must add. Maybe he's warranting that. He's a bit of a leader in the middle of the park at the moment. Was a bit of a cruiser, but now he's coming into his own as Eccles to keep hold of that ball, but not switch it correctly. Scales just to receive it, however. Just get playing down this middle as Coxey now. Sidey a little bit in front of him, but Coxey will keep. He will put it out wide into James Bree, looking for a ball towards Reggie. Straight through the middle and offside. I tell you what though, that's unlucky. It's a volley coming in. And Ryan Alsop, he's one playing for a contract at the moment, with a glorious save down low and a corner ball for Preston. I'm going to call them the Rams again. I need to start calling the teams their actual names, as Alex Mowat to try and charge away a little bit here. He's going to pass it off. Sidey caught in possession a bit. Keep going, however, as a ball out wide. And a good read from James Bree to come across and intercept this one. Man on his back. But he does get the ball in the middle onto Reggie Stone, who needs a couple more runners in front of him, I think. So he'll have to cut back himself, but straight into us, man, with Eccles. Not good footballers. Now they've got a bit of a charge away. Tackle is won, though, from Liam Lindsay. And a turn pass in the middle of the park onto Sidey. Oh, he got the overlap, but couldn't find the pass. And Alfie Whiteman with a pass across, a tackle in on Alex Mowat as a ball's put behind here, and another shot. That was unconventional for Ryan Alsop. Just get it away, James Bree. That's got to be handball. Nothing is given. I don't think I've had one handball or even one penalty in the entirety of this save. Maybe that's something different in career mode this year. But it is a bit of a weird start, as that's a brilliant ball from Reggie Stone, however, into Sidey! It's the first shot of the game away at Deepdale. And Sidey just breaks through to get it. He'll celebrate at the corner flag. A big hug from Alex Mowat, the captain today, as we take a lead away at a decent Preston side with his first shot on goal. What a ball, I've got to say, from the newly signed up Reggie Stone to sign us up for a 1-0 lead. That is brilliant timing on the goalers, as you can see at the break. Whistle blown straight away. The scoreboard will read Grimsby Town 1, Preston 0. I am more than happy with the scoreline at the moment, as here's Matty Pollock. He'll go out wide into James Bree. He's going to put it straight easily enough into Eccles. Ball forward again onto Coxey. He has got a good acceleration of pace, but I don't think he has any finishing product or passes in his range, as now it's straight into Galeno, into Eccles in the middle as well. Back into Josh Eccles, needs to try and get that round the corner into James Bree. Good cut away, try to dink it across goal. And we'll take this. I'm going to actually get Liam Cullen on for side. He's very, very tired. Playing a lot of games at the moment, as I want to get this corner right. I want to do more from set pieces with this squad, as I'm going to do the run near post tactic. Hopefully this curls away from the keeper. That looked okay, but still didn't fall to us, as we should win that header, and we do. Straight into Coxey, straight into Matty Pollock. Still keeping this ball right here. Straight back into Eccles. Can we try and get a killer pass? Coxey with a bit of a gap. That's around the corner towards Reggie. Couldn't find anyone! And it popped into Mowat. Unfortunate once again as Eccles. Get this corner right this time, please. A bit far back as Scales does manage to get the header back out. Eccles time to try and pick out his man, as we had Cullen waiting. Won the header. It is really domination against Preston right here. They've not had a chance at all, as Coxey chasing it down, keep chasing it down. And if we win that header, it's a good chance. Mowat does, into Cullen, who's offside. And Louis Coyle comes on, of course. Do want to keep him here, dependable player in this squad, but he's not knocking James Bree out, and Gleno a bit tired, as Eccles to just give the ball right out here into Liam Scales to jog forward a little bit. Get the ball out wide. Is there an option in the middle? I don't really see one. So we'll try and spin on it a little bit. Get that through the gap. That's a brilliant ball. Trying to ball roll it, but can't beat their defence. There's a ball shoved forward as well here for Preston. They've not really done anything in this second half, but they're coming forward. Scales with a read. Ryan Alsop just to dink that over the top. Can we keep this, Bree? Jeez, they are putting the pressure on a little bit as Bree's run into danger. Not like him. Coming with a bit of a slide, but they've gone backwards. Just got to keep tracking them along as Alsop with a save. I think this is when we get a defensive midfielder on. If we can make more than one change, it's perfect. But look at Eccles' fitness. Get him off of this field. We need to get Dominic Ball in the defensive position. Can we get Goodwin on? We can. I'm going to go with that. A tall player is our number 13, as we need to get all hands to the defensive pump. As that's a ball in at the near post. Scales to take it down, and he does get away from the defence. Lindsay needs to pass it because he needs to get back in shape. But his pass isn't a good one, so yet again they'll come at us. Good footwork from McCann. It's fizzed in the middle into Niang, who tries to turn and get a shot off. Coyle to try and read. It's straight into Dominic Ball, who will actually run away with this one. That's nicely done. On to James Goodwin, who's going to try and keep the ball. It was a pass, but a dodgy one as Reggie puts it through. On to James Bree, still coming forward from right wing back. He should be back defending. Ball into Reggie, who's not really got an option clearly. Round the corner into Mowat, who will shoot. Force a save. but also force the final whistle. It's a 1-0 win away at Deepdale against a very good Preston side. Saidi's goal just before the half-time marked the difference, and that could potentially put us in the playoffs. There's no understating how big of a win that one is, but no understating as well how much of a big game this next one is. Bournemouth do occupy 6th, but us and Sheffield United meet for a fight to get into them positions, as that's going to be Powell going out on loan, Scotty on 6-month deal. Perfect that as of... Oh, look at the fitness on the boys. Gyökeres still not back. Oh, that's not really great, but I think I am going to go with the same team. Dominic Ball doesn't squeeze in there. He's the defensive player to come on. Godwin got an appearance. Cullen's on the bench as well. Yeah, it's got to be the same tired boys, but I'm hoping their team will be the same. The Blades, same amount of points. They've got 1 goal more on the goal difference chart than us. Let's try and make it so it doesn't matter, and we go away with 3 points. A trip to Bramall Lane as well. I forgot it was away. The Pyrotechnics are even out here in Sheffield. What a big game. What a big occasion. Come on. Team we're facing is Antoine Hackford. He's actually starting against us. Vladimir Ivanov partners him with Iliman Ndiaye behind. Ismaila Koulibaly, Harrison Neal, Reece Norrington Davis comes in. He's got a very decent rating actually. With Jack O'Connell, Admen Hozic in the defence, with Kieran Gordon of course, and Femi Sariki, with Jake Eastwood still in between the sticks. However, they just can't get the goalkeeper in. Or can they not? Because I'm pretty sure Navistic was in goal last time. On the bench with Jaden Bogle, resting a little bit in one of the most important games of the season. Maybe they're going for the fit players over, of course, the best to try and win this game. I'm just hoping our slightly tired team can still do the business, as here is Liam Lindsay. Straight round the corner into James Bree, cutting back a little bit with a pass through the middle, straight into Reggie Stone. Now Mowat to come forward. Can he get that pass through? He's unlucky with it, but it falls here to Coxey. Coxey out wide into Bree. Now Eccles. Coxey again tries to squeeze it through, and it does go into Reggie Stone! What a save from Jake Eastwood! The ex-Mariner clutches that away, and I've got to say, that is a stupendous save, as we're going to whip this in with Mowat into the danger zone. Header 1! I don't think it was really going in, however. Eccles heads it back into Matty Pollock. Now Scales through that middle onto Coxey. That's a good ball round to Sidey. A good start to the game. Very good start as a ball across. Here is Alex Mowat doing chasing as he does win this ball. And we'll give it straight into Coxey. We've got Sidey in front of us a little bit, but Coxey's going to squeeze through the gap. Out wide into James Bree. Bree back into Reggie. Now Coxey. Coxey's not really got an option though, so he's going to go back into Josh Eccles. Pass actually reached Mowat, so we'll go back out wide to the left. I see Sidey making a decent disguised run. A decent looking ball as well. Unfortunate not to reach any runners. Hang on, they've got runners here. They've got runners. Matty Pollock coming across to try and read this runner. Thought he'd squeezed it a little bit too much, but no. Keeps the ball in. Chipped over the top and easily read and passed out into Sidey. Straight into Coxey as well, who's going to try and look for another option. He finds one in Eccles, of course, as I see James Bree over the top, and we can reach him with a lofted ball. Can we loft the ball into the box for Sidey again? Come on, connect to one of these. Come on, we've just got to keep on going a little bit here as that header's won. Reggie Stone waiting on the ball. We don't wait, Reggie. We go and get, as Eccles is very tired in this so far. But he does manage to get a tackle just before half-time. I think the whistle will go before another chance, or will it? Because Reggie's turned, and he's going. Acceleration shown as he's hit it on his left foot. And it was always a bit skew with, he is 5-star, 5-star. But not right there. I'd say about a 3-star performance from the team so far. Still, though, not behind in what is a 6-pointer. And 100% tell both teams just trying not to lose this game more than anything. As Reggie Stone gets this ball through the middle, punched on by Sidey. I thought he might have lost control a bit. Out to James Bree. Now back into Reggie. Reggie needs to keep this. Gives it round the corner into Coxey now. Back into Alex Mowat. Eccles We're going to squeeze that out wide into James Bree, who's got a chance to whip it in again. That's the third cross. And that one was probably the worst, but still a decent one. And still a chance for a fourth. Can this be the lucky one? Again, looks so decent. And so close as Gleno's had the ball passed straight round him there. That's poor from him, but again, not a great ball into the box, or didn't even reach the box from them. You can see how tired our players are. Not really sprinting, I would say, as it's Reggie who puts a delicious ball onto Bree right here. We're going to try and pass this one along the ground. That might work. As Coxie tries to put it around the corner himself, trying to keep hold of it. And he does! In a decent position, he's going to power it! Maybe shouldn't have powered it, but still, we'll win this ball here with Reggie, I hoped. But we don't. Eccles to keep this alive, straight back into Bree. We're attacking them a little bit here. Reggie on a little bit of a turnaround into Alex Mowat. And wide. Our players screaming for a rest as Saidi's playing with a literal empty tank of energy. But still, he's going to have to put it in. I think he'll rest the next one. Hopefully we have Gyökeres back. Or maybe Goodwin has to start as Bree has the ball in the middle of the park. He's going to just put it across. That's a decent ball in to Saidi, who tried to put it around that corner. Not worked out for him. I might even take him off. He's shattered. Got nothing more to give. There's a ball out wide here. Pollock, don't come across. Leave it to Bree, and please don't let them score. They've done nothing. As Bree does read that ball, and he's going to just hammer it forward. And not a good hammer indeed, as that's a ball straight into Saidi. You can see he should have been on that. Any other day, I think he would have been. As a tackle in. Still Sheffield United hold on to the ball. That's a good pass through. And we've got it. I don't know how going that close towards goal. Allsop a bit weirdly saving it. I think he should have put that really into his hands. Or to another player. He parried it weird with his positioning, as that's a decent dipped in ball. But headed away straight into Reggie Stone, and it's Cullen who's left up. If he's beaten the offside trap, this is very decent, but he hasn't! Oh, that was a shame. I really thought he'd done it. As Bree with a pass into McAtee, who joins the action for, of course, Reggie. As Cullen keeping hold of this, the number 10, into Bree. He's had a lot to do this game, but he's still not absolutely shattered. Shows he's got good stamina. As here is McAtee, weighing up his options. He tried to go through bodies. He went for that cheeky shot. As I think we have dominated, really, on possession-wise at least. Sheffield United here at Bramall Lane. Another decent game at the Lane, but still nothing really to show for it in this game. But you can see they've held on because it's a big game in terms of points. However, they've got the ball here late on. Pass across net! Off the post and get it out. What are you doing? Get it out. Come on, that wasn't a good clearance at both chances, but a 0-0. And we could have easily lost it at the end, which would have been so undeserved it's unreal. But didn't happen. We forget about that last chance. We take the point. We keep on charging in these playoff place challenges. Take the point and move on. As the baggies drop, it looks like Bournemouth must have won the game. So it's 3 points off them playoffs and not a goal difference in our favour. And not a game in our favour as well. Blackburn is a switch around completely. 2 days rest. I'm pretty sure many of those boys in the team won't be fully rested up, actually. As I'm proven right, not many at all. So, not must-needed changes, but fitness changes, really, if I'm honest. Godwin coming in, who's going to go on the right. Going to put Pollock in the middle, Lindsay on the left. Coyle comes in, of course. Want to keep him at the club, so I want to keep him a bit happy. If I get a chance to rotate, he's going to be rotated in. With Dominic Ball in as well. And, of course, Liam Cullen. Galeno must not done any running at all because he's fully fit. Coxie, Reggie and Moa will have to monitor. Sverko not really jumping on the bench. No, thank you. Sorry, mate. I was going to go for Shepherd, but I'll go against him for now. Hoping, in our third and final played game of this episode, Blackburn are just beneath us on 40 points, that we can get another victory to match that Preston one against a good side. Get ourselves propelled into the chase, warrant some good players, of course, liking the way we play and wanting to play for us, and then getting us over the line into them playoffs. And we're back at NBP for this one, so I'm hoping for a bit more luck as Tyrese Dolan up front with John Buckley, Jack Vale, Dylan, Mark Andy, Owen Clarkson in the middle with Jake Garrett, Joe Rankin Costello, Scott Wharton, Hayden Carter, Callum Britton and Joe Hilton. Again, like the last team, of course, we did spectate on. I'm saying it again. A very good team built of players that start this safe who have just progressed, which I hope we could have done. Of course, we couldn't have really done because, of course, Grimsby's players in FIFA are League 2 level. And I guess in real life as well. Hey, once we start climbing the leagues, I won't be saying that. When Gavin Houlihan, championship player, McAtee, of course, well, he's not our player permanently, but he got a goal today. As hopefully he can get a goal today, maybe off the bench in this one, if we don't get one earlier, as here is Coyle. Rotated team needs to do well. I thought that was going to drop, actually. Camera angle deceiving me. Damn you, camera, as Pollock straight across in the middle, straight onto Reggie Stone here to run with this one. He's going to pass it off into Louis Coyle, as Louis Coyle looking to maybe drag this back a little bit. He's doing some decent running. He's had the time to rest for it, to be fair. No offence, not really something I should joke about with my players. As Dominic Ball through that gap. Reggie Stone's got a bit of a gap here. If he can pass it back across, that's a good little pass. But a good save from the goalkeeper Hilton and a corner ball won. Right, come on. I need to get this right with Reggie Stone. Had something in my throat there as we're going to put not much power on it and not enough at all, it seems. Mowat still to get that pass straight into Coxey. Big sliding challenge, but still we keep it. Matty Pollock tried his luck. Something I can safely say about today, which I've not really said safely before. We're doing very well defensively. As I say this whilst we're on an attack. Matty Pollock with a good challenge, however. Yeah, no goals conceded. We've took the game to every single team, despite them all being above us at the start of this episode. The ones we've played, of course. As Coxey keeping this ball from a dangerous position for their defender, for us to get it, and he cuts inside, but he's hit it straight at the keeper. Down his gullet as Gleno to win that header. Onto Godwin, and they're going to try and press on us a little bit. That's an easy pass through the middle, however, and that's a good pass out to Coyle. We're just in the positions for each other at the moment. We're making the runs that we usually don't, but Mowat, oh, not a great place to lose it in the middle of the park. I'm trying not to drag anyone out. Godwin's got to watch his man here. He's got to realise he's got men behind him. As look at the gap! Why did Lindsay and Pollock not communicate? There was one man to mark, yeah. None of you stayed on Tyrese Dolan, the youngster. Talk about clean sheets, and we lose it for this game. Gotta keep confident, but that's shocking defence. Just communicate. Both dropped off him, and that's just come before half-time. A terrible time to concede a goal, and a terrible time to concede it in terms of the table. Coxey, we've got to get lively a bit more in this one. Got to try and take a chance. Could we get level before half-time? It's through to Cullen, you know, who's going to dink that one in towards Reg. And now Mowat to try and win the header. He does easily win it, but couldn't put it in a dangerous zone. So now we find ourselves behind. A different position for today, but one we've got to scrape ourselves out of. We've put ourselves here. We get ourselves out of it. As I'm going to make one change at half-time as well, which has to be Godwin for Coxey. Coxey absolutely shattered, so Goodwin with another chance. And yes, I am aware I keep calling Godwin Goodwin and Goodwin Godwin. It's just one of those things. I'll get it right maybe someday. Probably the day they say finishes, because I'll never get it right whilst they have to say it. As Gleno with a pass in, and that's a good one round the corner here for Cullen. Just overstepped it with a touch, but it shows we can break through them a bit. Just need to do that a bit more as Alex Mowat. Goodwin is in front of him. That's a shocking pass, though, from his captain now, as now they've got a bit of a run on. Godwin with an easy read. He stepped in the team and not been too bad. It was the other two that caused the mistake, as that was almost through to James Goodwin. Come on, get the youngster a goal. Would love it if he was the one to score the winner, not even the leveller. I'm thinking optimistic, as it's gone through onto Goodwin here. He can't keep it, though. I think it was Scott Wharton with the tackle. And now we've got to chase again. McAtee joins the field as well, so we're going to start attacking. Eccles and McAtee the changes, as here is Eccles straight on the ball. And straight away losing it. Come on, Mariners, watch this. As Pollock, that's a lot better from you. Through again. Goodwin making a good little move here. He's got a bit of an angle, but he'll force a corner. It's time to put Sidey on for Cullen. I will do that, in fact. Sidey was playing well before, as how do we swing this into the box? We just need to get more powers on his corners. That's a little bit more decent from Eccles. Waiting for the swing. Godwin to get a touch on this. Can he put it back out wide? He can. Sidees are waiting in the middle. That's a good save from the keeper. And yet another corner. Come on. We get something from a set piece here. I'm feeling it. Eccles, that's decent. Hits Lindsay in the face. Still not reacting to it though, as that's a ball through the middle and oh dear. Don't catch us out. That's a good tackle, Lindsay. But they've put a ball over the top. Godwin is nowhere near that one. It's through the middle. It's one-on-one with Ryan Alsop. We've come out. It's hit the crossbar. We live for yet another day as it's blasted forward. Straight in the middle. And that's going to go straight through onto Godwin, who can't keep it. Can't keep hold of it. Eccles. It's through again. And they might actually kill it off here, but it's wide. Getting Brion as we're pushing the boys forward. Ryan Alsop. 5 minutes to go to get something out of this one. Come on, Goodwin, you're tall enough, and you are good enough to win it, but McAtee is the one to lose it. Still, ball falls straight back into our possession. We've got to try and not waste it. The unlucky number 13, can he turn lucky? He's got Coyle around him. This is the last chance to whip it in. Haven't won it. McAtee does, though. Sidey can't turn. That was a chance if he could turn with the balls. We do win a tackle. This is good. Goodwin round the corner into McAtee, who just can't get it in the bottom corner. Oh my days, that needed to slip in. Why is his keeper not in the box as well, by the way? I'd want him up there, as we've got to deliver this corner perfectly. It's Josh Eccles. It's going towards Sidey. It's not one. Godwin to put it back in the area. Goodwin can't get his shot off. That'll be that, I'm pretty sure. As it is, a 1-0 defeat. Not being a high-scoring episode, this one. And the last score goes against us. That's a hard defeat to take. A lot of tired players. Not good at all. And Dominic Ball, after that game, broken metatarsal. It's a 2-month stinker of an injury, but still. Oh, the FA Cup is up next. That's interesting, but of course we don't have time to play that one today. It's threaded into that week, so we'll probably get less time doing transfers. We get these 6 days, and I'm not going to play the Cup today. I'll leave that till next episode. Very excited for that one, as it's signing player time now, and you can see my shortlist is right here. It's been a while since I've spent money on a player as well. John McAtee, the last one, but I want to start by paying for a player, but I can't. He's recently joined. Badr Saeed was the one I wanted to sign, or said. I'm guessing with Moroccan, it's got that little accent on the start, but can't get him in. Taylor Stone looks decent from Derby. He looks very decent, but again, is he better than the players we already have? I mean, he is a central midfielder, which is good. A central midfielder wouldn't go amiss. We've got Emil Holm on that list. We've got Callum Wright, who looks a very decent and bright midfielder anyway. 75 rated from Blackpool. And Felix Stoke. If I can get Felix Stone on a loan to buy, I would like it. If not Callum Wright, if not Taylor Stone. I think that's the way we're going to go around with it. As I'm going to start with, of course, this man. Felix Cook, Southampton. Loan to buy, I think, is a reasonable offer. I think it's a realistic one. Hassan Hootel's not realistic, however, anymore, is it? As we'll go 1 year, if not short term. Oh, 2 year. Okay, as long as you don't recall him back straight away. I think that wage is a bit unrealistic. We'll offer 45. 50-50. 50-50 is okay with me because he'll grow into being that. As the transfer, the future transfer fee. Would they agree on 3 million? Would they agree on it? A 9% clause. Can we take that down to 5%? And I think that's a really good one. 7%. Okay, meet him in the middle. That's fine by me. That's a good price tag. Let's get him into the club. Of course, it's all on Felix agreeing to that, but if he does, I think that's a tremendous signing. As player loaned in, it didn't take long for him to make his mind up. A Wonderkid, I would say. Been on my radar for a little while. Wonderkid, Felix through the doors. It's a 2-year loan as well, and he is already the highest rated midfielder in our team, which is a really funny thing to actually say. How's his ratings look? It looks pretty decent. It looks pretty decent. It's kind of on par with Deli Bashiru. Some good ones, some not so good. But on the whole, very impressed with that. He'll probably feature against Fulham. Gyökeres probably will as well. Building the team for the next game, as it looks a very bright one. Of course, take Godwin back out. We lost the game whilst he jumped in. Building a tasty team to start the next episode with. Preparing for the future. hoping that it'll be okay. As an inbox, we've still got 2 messages. Sheffield Wednesday want Hugo Stewart. Now with the, of course, findings of Powell, I think that's an acceptable one. I know it's not much money, but didn't do well on his loan deal that he had away from the club. Still a bit of potential, but I'd rather get him out if I'm honest, as players I want to get in, or keep in, should I say, into the red now with the contracts. I'm going to try and get signing. I'm going to start here with our man in between the sticks. I'm going to go for a 1-year extension. He's 34-year-old at the moment, and I think he does realise that as his wage. I think I could boost his wage up a little bit, though, before he does, of course, go ahead and retire probably soon. 7,000. Allsop remains the number 1 for now. A 1-year contract for the number 1 as Liam Scales. He's not been bad. He's not been bad. He's not been entirely like a standout player, but he's one I definitely want to still keep at the club. I'm going to go for a 2-year contract on this guy, the one he signed in the first place. Disregard a release clause as his wage can step up to, if we can get away with 6.9, that would be decent. Plus a couple of bonuses. I'd rather pay him a higher wage than the bonuses, to be fair. I'll go 7.1. That's £200 extra a week, and he says yes to it. Fine by me, as Louis Coyle will keep offered for now. 31-year-old, of course, asking about his game time a lot. Yaheem Headley, Jasper Moon and Duncan Watmore. I think, no offence to them, but they all are, them 3 are League 1 players. So I don't know my decisions on them. Of course, I love Jasper Moon, he was here from day 1. But Goodwin, I do want to sign up. I see potential in this striker. Probably needs another loan potentially as well. So if we could sign him up and loan him out, wouldn't be too bad, as I thought the game had froze on me there. Sporadic, fine by me. He's 21 actually. I thought he was like 18. Okay, so he's a bit older than I thought, but he'll take a reasonable wage. And that's fine by me as well. Goodwin stays. As I don't really know what more I can do. We've got a signing done and of course the contract's done. We can't play the next game because it's the FA Cup. And I did actually edit the manager. I think I've already shown that, haven't I? Got him a bit of a trim on the beard and the hair, as I need a trim in real life. Just noticing all my days. As this unfortunately is the end of the episode, of course. As always, guys, if you did enjoy it, smash the like, subscribe, comment, share, and keep that notification bell on as well so you don't miss the upload, which will be the same time tomorrow. As thank you all very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, guys. In a bit. And peace.